Good morning. I'm Ann Wagner, and I'm proud to represent Missouri's 2nd Congressional District. I'd like to take an opportunity to speak to you directly about how Obamacare is hurting hard-working families from the greater St. Louis region and beyond. Since the disastrous rollout of Obamacare on October 1st, I've received far too many heart-wrenching stories from the people of Missouri's 2nd District about how government-run health care is impacting their lives. Time and time again, I've spoken on the House floor to put a face on the horrors of Obamacare and tell the stories of my constituents, hard-working Missourians like Pam and Dennis Hopman from Chesterfield, Missouri. They wrote me to say recently how upset they were that President Obama broke his promise about being able to keep their doctors. Not only did they lose their insurance, but Pam received a letter in the mail informing her she no longer would be able to see her OB/GYN of more than 30 years anymore, forcing her to find a new doctor. Missourians like Jim and Kim Curtis from Arnold, Missouri, wrote to me last month about how they are already struggling to get by in this very tough economy. Now, because of new mandates and regulations, they'll spend an extra $500 to $600 per minimum per month, compared with the plan they had before to cover Obamacare's crushing costs. I have also heard from hundreds of small business owners from the 2nd District who are facing the harsh realities of Obamacare. Small business owners like Jen, the owner of Cotton Babies, who makes high-quality diapers for consumers all over the world. As a result of Obamacare, her premiums are projected to double, not only putting her livelihood in jeopardy, but her employees as well. And now Jen is facing a difficult business decision regarding employment challenges and the price of her product going forward. These are just a few of the many examples of real people being hurt by Obamacare in the St. Louis region. Now, President Obama is launching a full-blown PR campaign to tout the benefits of government-run health care. What the president fails to realize is that there is no speech grand enough, no talking point clever enough, and no campaign event big enough to make Obamacare work for the American people, especially when millions of Americans have lost their health plans and millions more are getting ready to receive cancellation letters in the mail under Obamacare. The president has replaced leadership with fear and failure and has only offered broken promises to the American people. When the president said, and I quote, "We will lower premiums for the typical family by $2,500 a year," we know now the reality that millions of Americans will see their health care costs double, and in some cases even triple, as a result of Obamacare. When the president said to the American people, and I quote, "If you like your plan, you can keep your plan," we now know the reality that millions of Americans are receiving cancellation notices, and reports show that as many as 80 million Americans could see their current health care plan canceled, both in the individual and the employer-based marketplace. When the president said, and I quote, "If you like your doctor, you'll be able to keep your doctor," we know now the reality that access to health care providers may no longer be available. And when the president said government-run health care will lead to job creation, we know now the harsh reality that Obamacare is making our economy into a part-time workforce with fewer jobs, fewer hours, and lower wages. The simple truth is, there is nothing the president can say to restore his credibility to the American people. It is time we realize that no matter how many carefully crafted speeches or tech experts President Obama hires to fix his $1 billion plus taxpayer-paid website, it will never stop Obamacare from hurting the American people. That's why I'm fighting to replace Obamacare with common-sense conservative solutions that will not raise our taxes or impose burdensome mandates. In the 113th Congress alone, House Republicans have introduced more than 200 health care-related bills, which include patient-centered reforms like making health insurance companies compete nationwide and across state lines to lower costs for all Americans, guaranteeing people with pre-existing conditions can get affordable coverage, empowering families with tax-free health savings accounts by letting families save more of their hard-earned money, providing a universal tax deduction for buying health insurance, increasing transparency in billing so consumers know what they're paying for, enabling small businesses and other groups to pool their coverage, and cracking down on all junk lawsuits. The reality is, you know what health care is best for you and your family. You know the federal government should not be making health care decisions for you and your family. And you know the federal government shouldn't be responsible for 1/6 of our economy. As your representative, I will never stop fighting until Obamacare is replaced with free, market-based solutions that expand access without destroying our economy, putting the federal government between you and your doctor, and lowering the quality of our care. It is truly an honor to be your representative, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon.